doing, Foodie Gang? How are you guys doing? Welcome back to Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank, Season 3, Episode 140. Sorry, episode 139. Let me get these tunes over here. Okay, I know I am rushing around, but we are going to have a mukbang tomorrow. We're gonna do our Saturday foodie and breakfast that we do every Saturday on Friday this week. And hello, how are you doing, Aiden? How are you doing? Let me go get my drink. Hey, Angela, what's going on? Angela, we are doing some prep. We're having a breakfast bar and mimosa mukbang tomorrow. So I have had a busy day, but I really wanted to get some prep done tonight for our mukbang that we're having tomorrow, and we're having it on Friday because this Saturday Ava has a competition, a gymnastics competition. So we're having our Saturday foodie and breakfast on a Friday, and we're doing a breakfast bar and mimosas mukbang. I had so much fun last week that we are back with another one. But hold on, y'all, I'm almost ready. Hold on. Okay, so we're having a breakfast mukbang tomorrow, and we are prepping today. I got my little sippy sip. Okay, we are gonna make a ton of food. Some of the things that are gonna be on the menu for tomorrow gonna be breakfast burritos, breakfast sandwiches. I'm also gonna make waffle skewers that are gonna have turkey, Gouda on there, and then I think I'm gonna try to make this dip, but we'll see. And we got some cheese here, and we're having the mimosa bar again. If you guys missed last week, definitely go back and check it out. So we got a little bit of fruit, not nearly as much as last time. I have some grapes here, some green grapes, some strawberries, blueberries. But y'all see why I wanted to do this tonight? Because I have a lot of things that I want to get done. How has everyone's day been, Foodie Gang? How has everyone's day been? Make sure I hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, support the channel by sending a super chat, super sticker, or even by joining the channel. And then we're gonna put Gouda on our waffle sandwiches. But yes, we have a lot. I have a lot planned. Let's get to it. I got my sip right here. What y'all sipping on? Matt, I was kind of offended when you first said that, but I think I know who you're talking about. Isn't it Darius Cooks? He's like a I don't know if he's a chef, but he like does a lot of food reviews, and he'll be. Is that who we're talking about? Is that who we're talking about? Um. Okay, so I have my strainer in the sink, and then we're gonna try to make banana bread. I haven't made banana bread in a while, but I just took my butter out, so we're gonna start with the fruit and all that stuff. And Matt said, "Yes, I know who you're talking about." And Angela said, "That is so cool. As a chef, you are becoming more and more competent and creative." You know what? I see that you guys like the mukbang, and I always thought I wouldn't really do mukbangs, but when I do mukbangs, what I'll do is I'll invite my family over, or I'll give them some of the leftovers. And I believe that my sisters are gonna drop by tomorrow for our mukbang. They're kind of in a rush, so they're gonna drop by, grab some food, and head out and go on the road. Oh, cheers. Cheers to Foodie Gang to another mukbang. last week we had a great time and we are back with some more mukbangs. We're gonna do one tomorrow and then we're gonna do a fish sandwich mukbang on Sunday. I have not set that live stream up because your girl been busy. G Honda, is that you, G Honda? G Honda, what's up? Okay, I was really busy today. Oh, and I had to do my hair. Y'all see my hair? I had to redo my hair. I was really busy today. But I like to go around and support other content creators. Shout out to G Honda. Always coming through with the recipes, a little bit of humor. And see, this is how I get caught up in the chat and I don't be prepping out nothing. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do our fruit so we can just get that out of the way and then kind of, you know, move on to the card or stuff. So got my colander in here. I'm gonna wash off my fruit. Always do it in cold water. And make sure before you start you wash your hands. And when I have fruit, I like to wash it all off and prep it all out so that's easier to eat. Y'all, the eggs are going up all around the world. I'm going to have my sister run to Costco and give me a case. The case of eggs, I think it's 5 dozen eggs. It's like $20. It's finna go up even more though. So I'm going to have her go give me a whole bunch of eggs real quick. It's getting real out here. It's getting real out here, Foodie Gang. So when I wash my grapes off, I will kind of let them dry a little bit. Sometimes I'll even get a container and put a napkin. That's what I think I'm going to do. And y'all, I'm going to be moving fast because we got a lot to do. I have a lot of stuff planned on the menu. I have a lot of stuff. We're going to go back to my favorite song. Okay. We're going to just vibe out. Let's vibe out. And I put them in a bowl with a napkin so they can drip dry while I rinse off. I think I'm going to rinse off the blueberries next. And then if you were here last Saturday, you saw my little containers. I have these cool containers for like toppings and stuff like that. Y'all, last week we had a beautiful spread. And 777, what are we cooking? We are prepping out for our breakfast bar and mimosas mukbang tomorrow. So we're just prepping out. We're gonna be prepping out our fruits. I want to do waffle skewers, so we're gonna be prepping that out. And I want to make some banana bread. So prep. When you're cooking a large meal like this, in my opinion, I think it's best that you prep out as much as you can. Not saying you gotta prep out everything, but just getting a little bit of stuff prepped out will really help you, especially when you're doing like Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, you know what I'm saying? Like, gotta prep out. My mom would start cooking Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner 3 days before. Which I think was a little bit crazy. Like, I'm not doing 3 days, but I'll do a day before. So we got our blueberries here. We're gonna wash these off. And I'm gonna do that same thing. I'm gonna put a napkin in the bowl so that the blueberries can continue to like drip dry, so that I can like keep it going, keep moving, you know. Because while I'm waiting for these to drip dry, I can be rinsing my strawberries off. And oh, let me show you guys the champagne I got. I got different champagne for the mimosas than I got last time, because I like to try new things. So I got different champagne. I'm gonna show it to you guys. And this is a new champagne that I've never tried before. But right here in my cup, I got a little bit of Smirnoff pink lemonade. But I got totally new champagnes from last week. And we have new juices to mix with the champagne. And Foodie Gang, you know, as I do more and more mukbangs and more large meal for you guys, it will get better and we will get smoother. Last week, I had a hard time. Like, trying to make sure I get everything, like, done at the same time, but you also want it to be hot. It came out amazing. If you guys missed last week's mukbang, the mimosa bar, I don't think it was mimosa and juice bar mukbang, check it out. And Aiden, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and how are you doing, Lobo? What's going on? We are just doing some prep. Let me show you guys this champagne I got. Okay, so these are the champagnes that I got for the mimosas. So I got Barefoot Bubbly. I can see that. And I thought these little bottles were so cute. It's because it's like I don't have to open a whole big bottle. Definitely thought these were so cute. And thank you so much, Aiden. Thank you so much. So we got that one right there. And we got this one. This is a pink Moscato, but it's bubbly. So we're going to give this a try. We're going to see what it's hitting for. We also have cheese here. I'm going to cut this up into cubes. We have our little topping containers. So I think I'm going to use this one. Maybe I'll use the square one. Sorry about all the noise, y'all. Sorry about all the noise. I know what I'm doing. And I'm 31. How old are y'all, Foodie Gang? Let me know. What's everybody's age? I want these to be completely dry. So when I put them in there, or you know, not completely dry, but mostly dry. And I'm gonna cut a couple of strawberries for garnish. For my mimosas, I'm gonna pick out the small strawberries. And then these will go on top of my cup all cute and whatnot. Yes, Aiden. Thank you so much. That's exactly what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm gonna use the small ones for garnish, and then cut up the big ones. You read my mind. Shout out to the foodie gang. Y'all see what I'm doing? I got my slippers on and everything. That's why y'all know I'm at home. But we're just doing some late night prep for our breakfast bar and mimosas mukbang tomorrow. When I'm cooking a large meal like this, I like to prep out stuff so it'll be a little bit easier on me. Way easier on me, to be honest. So now I'm just gonna clean these strawberries. And you know, you can always find a use for strawberries. But y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me see if I think I got one glove left. I got my one glove left. Let's see. One glove. Okay. Well, we finna make it work. And I'm gonna let you guys know, when you guys come to the chat, be on your best behavior, be on topic. Don't spam the chat. Or we gonna put you on a chopping block. We're gonna get you up out of here because we ain't got time for it. One thing I like to do, I like to keep a bowl on my workstation for my waste so that I don't have to keep running back and forth to the trash can. So I'm going to just readjust some things like that. Can y'all see everything that's going down? We got our fruit right here. Looking good. I'm gonna get my smaller knife out for this. And I have my little container right here. Look, let me show you guys the whole thing. And each one of these containers has a lid. And my sister gave me this gift for Christmas because she knows I love to cook. And this is perfect for if you are having like toppings. So I'm gonna put my strawberries in here, grapes and blueberries in here, and it's gonna be so beautiful tomorrow for our mukbang. Our breakfast mukbang. You know, I really love breakfast food. And if I'm not doing a mukbang, I'm cooking. So normally I just like make one little small little plate. But I have really been enjoying these mukbangs, so we're gonna do another one. Look at that. And Angela's so sweet. She said your professional training and love for cooking shows. Cooking more than one dish at a time makes me anxious. Or anxious. Cooking more than one dish is very difficult. I know my sister, who is a home cook, she gets nervous as well when she's making more than one dish. And my tip to you guys would be to prep. So when you go to a restaurant and they're making all those different dishes, everything's already prepped out, so all you have to focus on is the cooking aspect of it. But Angela, I get what you're saying. And yes, Fab. Yes, Fab. Yes, Fab. But yes, cooking more than one dish is very difficult. And you gotta just stay calm. And what I do, I'll have like a plan of attack. Like, what am I gonna do first? And the first thing I'm gonna do is prep things out to make it easier on myself for tomorrow morning where I'm having to actually cook. I'll already have my stuff prepped out, and all I'll have to do is cook the food and plate it up. So, but it's gonna be beautiful, you guys. And when I do these mukbangs, it reminds me of working in the kitchen. And there are some things that I miss about the kitchen, but this is perfect because I get to do it at home, so it's even better. And I get to make my own menu, so I think it's a lot of fun. And I have a whole YouTube channel, people that are ready to eat, ready to cook. You know what I'm saying? Like, the foodie gang is tapped in and ready. And I just love it. I just love what I do. I just really like cooking. And I hope that I will inspire you guys to try new dishes at home, cook more, have fun when you're in the kitchen. And Fab said, what are you going to make? And prepping is always most of the work. So, we're having a mukbang. Got a little bit of everything. Breakfast burrito, breakfast sandwiches. I'm going to make some waffle skewers. And we have our mimosas. I showed you guys the champagne. We have, I think, 3 or 4 different types of juices. I'm going to make some eggs and some bacon. And I just got this recipe, but I want to, if we have time, I want to try it. It's hold on, let me look at the name. And I wrote it down too. Okay, it's a cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. So I want to try it, but we will see. But I want to do a cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. We're just gonna do a little bit of everything, y'all. So y'all tune in for tomorrow. Hit that like button, support the channel. Fab said, oh my god, yes. Cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. I want to try it. I've never had it before. I've never made it. I got all the stuff. If we have time, we're gonna get to it. That's why I'm rushing y'all. I'm trying to get to the cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. But I saw that and I was like, oh my god, this just sounds delicious. Yeah. So these strawberries, I don't think I'm gonna need them. I'm just gonna keep these off to the side, and if I do need them, I have it in this little container. And when I get fruit like this, I like to prep it out and put it in the fridge so that my daughter can eat fruit whenever she feels like it. You know, she may want a little snack. And so this fruit is like in the fridge ready to go. I'm just gonna flip my cutting board over. Got a little sip. And Fab said, I never heard it either. First time learning about it. Sounds really good. Y'all, this cinnamon roll cheesecake dip sounds delicious. I want to put a little bit of it on our waffle skewers. So the waffle skewers are going to be, we're going to make waffles, right? And we're going to cut them up really, really small. And so it's going to make a little sandwich with turkey, Gouda, and I want to put that dip on here. But we'll see. The dip might not go in here. It might go in here. We don't know, food game. We prepping out. We're going to learn as we go. Okay, so I got the grapes right here. But yes, we are going to have a spread tomorrow. So you guys make sure you come back tomorrow. Normally we do this on Saturday, but I have something to do on Saturday, so I'm doing it on Friday. But when I worked in catering, foodie gang, the biggest part of catering was honestly the prep. Like anytime we had an order, we would be working like the day ahead or the day before. The prep was so important. It's very important that you prep out your food. I'm gonna try to move these in here. And what I'll do for these grapes, I will trim these up and cut off any excess stem, and these are going to be my garnish for the table. And if you'll come back tomorrow, you will see what I'm talking about. So like that stem, I'm going to cut that off, and you just want to make them look pretty. Hey Angela Hurd, how are you doing? Hey Kelly, what y'all doing up this late? Foodie gang? So we are prepping for our mukbang for tomorrow. Make sure y'all hit the like button, support that channel. And I have some grapes here, some strawberries. And yes, Fab, foodie gang. So we got our grapes here. We're gonna garnish with those tomorrow. And like this large cluster, what I'll do is I'll cut this right here. And then this will be our garnish that we're going to lay on the table so that we can make sure that the table spread is beautiful. You know what? I always say this. And I almost just dropped one. I always say this, foodie gang. You're going to eat with your eyes. Even if you are just feeding yourself, you want it to look good. And Angela Harris said, do you like cotton candy grapes? I sure do. And I believe these are cotton candy grapes. Yep, these are. And then we're going to put our blueberries in here. make my mimosas, I like to put a couple of blueberries in there and just make it look so nice and so pretty. So. Okay, we have these. Let me finish this. My little toppings bar right here. Let's see. These back here. And so then they all have their own lids. And these are our garnish for our mimosas. And no, Angela, I have never used sugar cubes. I have not used those before, but I've seen those. I guess I never thought about it before. I never had them either. Angela, sell me on sugar cubes. Tell me why I need sugar cubes. Why do I need sugar cubes? Okay, and we have some cheese here. Sorry. Havarti dill. So we're just gonna cut this up into cubes, and I'm probably gonna put it inside of one of these, I think. But Angela, sell me on sugar cubes. Why do I need sugar cubes? This is nice off. Havarti. Oh, okay. So during Christmas, I did a cheese platter with various different cheeses, and they were so good. We had cheese, charcuterie, and some grapes on there. It was very good. Check it out if you love cheese and wine. We did a whole live stream showcasing the different cheeses that we had, and we also paired some wine with it. We just had a good time. And one thing I will say is that these cheese packets are always hard to open. And let me let y'all know this. When you're in the chat, be on your best behavior. We're going to get you up out of here. You're going to go to this chopping block. And Angela said, no, you don't. Some people use them to increase the sweetness in the champagne or sparkling wines. No big deal. I have seen them. I didn't know people put them in their wine and in their champagne. I thought they like put them in like, I don't know, their juice or something. But I don't have to. Where can I find sugar cubes? Or do most people make their own? And that's the thing I love about this channel. And if you're on Facebook, join my Facebook group. Is that you are able to learn about foods that you may never have heard of, never have had before. And I think that that is one of the cool things about food. Is that there's so many different varieties of food. Let me try this off all the way. Oh, Angela Hurd said confectionery section. I might have to just get that and just try them. I've never had sugar cubes before. And 6284, we are just prepping out for our breakfast bar and mimosas mukbang tomorrow. So we are working on our fruits. We're cutting up some cheese. We just got a little bit of everything going on. We're gonna make breakfast sandwiches, burritos, waffle skewers, and you know I got some champagne, got some juice, Got some bacon, a little bit of everything. Hey, no captivity with Freezy. What's going on? What's going on? If you guys are on YouTube, check out No Captivity with Freezy. And Freezy, I was busy tonight, but I was watching from the clouds, and I saw you talking about 50 Cent. But I was watching Freezy. I was just busy. But yeah, 50 Cent crazy. 50 Cent be wilding out here. But great show tonight, Freezy. Y'all make sure y'all check out him. Check out Freezy. Join the No Cap crew. And William said, you up early. You know what? It's 11:31 here. So I'm actually up late. I'm in Alaska. Yeah, you know, Freezy. You know, I'm always up here making something. Okay, so Freezy, you know how every Saturday we do the Saturday Foodie Gang breakfast? Ava has a competition this Saturday, so we're gonna do it on Friday. So tomorrow we're gonna do a breakfast bar mimosa mukbang. I had so much fun last week that we're doing it again. And I invited my people over. And if they don't come, I'm giving some of these leftovers. And we're cutting up the cheese right now. I have my blueberries, my strawberries, my grapes, and like I showed y'all my champagne. And William said it's 2:31 a.m. here in Minnesota. It's so weird because I'm like behind the rest of the world, so I gotta like I try to keep that in mind when I plan to go live. But then sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna go live and whoever here is whoever's here. Okay, so I was like debating, am I gonna put this cheese on a plate or am I gonna put it in one of those containers? I think I'm gonna put it on a plate with some grapes. I was having like a mental debate. And William Paul said, I hear you jamming in the background. I'm trying to. Got my little sip over here on over here. But yes, we're having a mukbang tomorrow, a breakfast mukbang. So here we go. We got some Havarti cheese and some grapes right here. I think I'm gonna serve it like this. I think this is cool. This is cool, right? I like this. I can get down with this. And these strawberries are gonna be for our garnish from Mimosas. That right there. And then this is all for the waffle skewers. So, I'm going to cut up little pieces of cheese and turkey to fit onto our waffle skewers that we're going to make. We're going to make some waffles tonight. We're going to cut them. And then in the morning, I'm going to heat them back up in the air fryer. Put together the little sandwiches. And it's going to be so cute. And I'm going to put them on a skewer. And Ansel said, what champagne do you recommend? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't do a ton of mimosas. Last weekend was the first time I had a mimosa in a while. And I had a Corbel Brut champagne. But let me show you guys again what champagne I got for this time. But I'm still kind of figuring out what champagne to use for my mimosas. So this is what I got. I got something new. It's a bubbly pink Moscato. So we're going to see what this here for. But you know, no matter what, I'm drinking all this champagne because I paid for it. So if it's not good, I'm going to thug it out. I'm going to thug it out and I'm going to drink it. And then I got this champagne. So, Angela, to answer your question, I'm still figuring out which champagne to use. But the Corbel Brut, it was around $15 that I got last time. That champagne was really, really good. And I have this one too. So, This is a Barefoot Bubbly California Champagne. This is a Brut. It says lively and crisp. So we gonna see what it's hitting for. What it's hitting for. And shout out to William for giving me some encouragement. But yes, I'm drinking this whether I like it or not because I paid for it. And once you pay for something, in my mind, we locked in. So I'm gonna put this back over here. Okay. So for the waffle skewers, I have some Gouda here, and I have this turkey, but I just realized that this turkey is Cajun turkey. I think we might still use it. Let's see. I have some more turkey in the fridge if this one doesn't work out. But this Cajun turkey is delicious. Yeah, we're gonna use it. We're gonna use it. Let me just rinse off my cutting board real quick. Let me kind of clean up. We're getting ready to switch. You know, I'll put my flippers back in one. I know, it's, y'all gonna say, dang, she ghetto. But you know what? I love these little flippers. These little slides. Okay. So I got some Cajun turkey from the butcher. Really, really tasty. I did not realize it was Cajun turkey. So I wanted to make a cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. And I probably will still make that, but I might not put it on the waffle skewers. But we're gonna see again. We finna see what it's looking like for us. My stuff right here. I kind of want to taste some of this meat. And yes, William, I did say cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. I just got this recipe right before we got here. And I want to make that dip. And I want to try to incorporate it somewhere into what we're doing. It sounds so delicious. If it's good, I'll give y'all the recipe. Let me try a little bit of this. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna cut up a little bit more. Oh, okay. Angela said, try some Bottega, Oro Prosecco, or Moet Rose. Okay. I love when you guys give me recommendations or things for me to try because there are so many different types of liquor, wine, spirits. Like, there's just so many different kinds. And it's like, there's just no way to try them all. Okay, so this turkey that I've cut up is for our waffle skewers. And then we have some Gouda here as well that we're gonna put with it. And I have not made these skewers, but I just have this idea in my mind. And we're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out. Sometimes when I come here, Foodie Gang, I am making recipes I've never tried before, and I'll tell you guys if I haven't made it before. And if it's a recipe that I've made before, I'll let you guys know. So just complete transparency. Like if I'm trying something new, I would say, hey, I ain't did this before. I think I can do it though. And if it's something that I haven't made before, I will most likely not have the recipe when I first get here. I'll make it, taste it, and then I'll give you the recipe. Because if there's any adjustments that have to be made to the recipe, I like to make those before I give you guys the recipe. So any recipe that I give you guys is definitely Big Bank approved. I do actually eat my own stuff, as y'all can tell. And we got that Gouda here. This is definitely gonna put this in the fridge. Shout out to Angela. That's gonna make her the sponsor of the show. Thank you so much, Angela, for putting that money on the table and keeping the stove on. Angela said, watching you cook is relaxing and entertaining. And y'all shout out Angela in the chat and thank her so much for, really supporting this channel, being a really great moderator. I know that I go live at various times, but I appreciate you always taking time out of your day, no matter what you're doing, to at least stop by the live and hold it down. I appreciate that. And also, Angela is like a vegan and she's always giving me great recipes, and I appreciate that different perspective because she tells me how I can make the recipes vegan and she'll let anybody else know. So I just appreciate when you guys share your knowledge with me because I don't know everything, and you may have a different diet that I don't have. And so I appreciate Angela always sharing her vegan perspective and just always supporting the channel. And Angela we got two Angelas. Let me clarify. Angela Reddick is the sponsor of the show with the $2. She said, yay, namesake, you rock. Yeah, you know what? There is something about the name Angela. There is something about that name. But thank you so much, Angela. And I'm Angela Reddick. And I'm glad that you guys like when I cook and I'm prepping, because I have been cooking for 20 plus years, even though I'm only 31. I have been cooking for a long time. The only thing that I really do different now is now I turn on the camera. And so I'm glad that you guys really enjoy my cooking. And it's so crazy because this is what I've always done is cooked food. And so I love that I get to share it with you guys and educate you. And you guys can educate me as well. I love it. I love this job. Okay, so this are our toppings for our waffle skewers. I actually think, okay, so this is Gouda and Cajun turkey. I'm going to get some sharp cheddar from the fridge, and I'm going to cut up a couple of those slices as well. And I'm going to build these waffle skewers in the morning, but today I'm just prepping out everything. We're going to make waffles. We have our turkey here and our cheese. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good. So let me grab that cheddar. But shout out to the Foodie Gang. Shout out to Angela Reddick for being the sponsor of the show. But I have always loved cooking. But when I worked in the kitchen, I was kind of sad because I wasn't able to make what I wanted to make. I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. And with this YouTube channel, I am able to create my own menu and really engage with my fan base. Because y'all, when I was working in the kitchen, they would be mad at me. Because I would sit up there and talk to the customers for hours. And like every time I would be working the grill, the customers would come up and talk to me. And they just didn't like it. But I like talking to people. And y'all know I'm nosy. I got questions about everything. And so, we are doing a breakfast bar mimosa mukbang tomorrow. So, we're just prepping out our stuff. We have our fruit here for our mimosa bar. We have some cheese and some grapes just put on the side. And this right here is Cajun turkey. I think this is medium cheddar cheese and Havarti. No, sorry. Let me restart. Gouda, medium cheddar cheese, medium cheddar cheese, Cajun turkey, and we're gonna make waffles, and we're gonna cut them up into like little squares, and we're gonna make like waffle sliders pretty much. We're pretty much gonna make that. This is a new invention I have not made before, so I'll let y'all know how it go. Oh, thank you. Y'all are so sweet, Foodie Gang. Because I be feeling like, I got over 600 videos on my channel. So I be feeling like I be wearing the same clothes. But then when I come up here, y'all be like, you look so good, girl. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. But one thing I will say, and the reason why I love being a chef and not like an influencer or not like an Instagram model, because it's like I'm just a chef, so the bar is set very low for chefs, in my opinion. So I like it. I'm just Chef Big Bang. I ain't got time for all that other stuff. Okay, this is our waffle mix. We're gonna get some waffle mix mixed up here. Let me just check mine. Okay, these are some of the toppings. I'm gonna put these in the fridge here so they can stay cool. And what I did last Saturday was I put a little tape on each of these lids just so that they would stay on there while they're in the fridge. Like that, I'll show y'all. And then we're gonna get this situated, put this in the fridge. And then we're gonna move on to our pancake, our waffle mix that we're gonna make. So these are gonna get ready to go in the fridge. And Angela said, hey everyone, become a more monthly supporter by joining the 907 Goodies channel membership for exclusive perks and content. Tap the join button on our homepage for info. Yes, so thank you so much, Angela, for helping me remember my spill. Saturday, we do the Saturday Foodie Gang breakfast. Everyone can watch it, but only members can interact in the chat. I have something to do this Saturday, so we are going to move our Saturday Foodie Gang breakfast up to Friday. And that's going to be the breakfast bar mimosa mukbang that we are prepping for today. So, join the channel so that you can come to the mukbang and you could talk to us. We had a great time last time, and it did very, very well. But even if it didn't do very well, I don't care because I ate good. And so I'm just going to get this stuff ready to go in the fridge, and we are going to move on to some more prep. But shout out to the 16 people for hitting the like button. Shout out to y'all. I'm gonna just drop something on the floor. That's alright. That's okay. Oh, let me show you guys this. Okay, this is because I was just gonna do it because I'm so used to doing it. But this is called a catering wrap. A catering wrap is when you take out a piece of plastic, you lay it out, right? And then you wrap the bottom and the top. And the reason why you do that is so that when you're transporting it for catering, nothing gets in it and it doesn't fall out. It's just good to go. So this is what a catering wrap looks like. So as you guys can see, the whole dish is covered. So when we transport it, it'll be perfectly fine. And so that's what they call a cater wrap. Y'all might never need to know that, but in case y'all do, I got y'all covered. That is a catering wrap, and that's what we always did when we were working catering. Because, you know, where they have to cater to might be down the hall. And you have to transport all that food down the hall, or you know what I'm saying? Like, even sometimes they would have to put it in the truck and drive. So when you do that, you want your food to be secure and you don't want it to be falling out. And sometimes when you just wrap the top, it comes off. So here we go. Alright, so we got our, we're gonna make some waffle mix. We're gonna get this situated. Let me get a bowl out for us. Just gonna cut this open. We ain't even gonna deal with this. Okay, so we're gonna put some you wanna make sure when you get your cup it's like full of flour. We're gonna use that same cup for water. So don't put it away all the way. Just put it to the side. Two tablespoons of vegetable oil. So I got my vegetable oil in here. Remember I said keep this, don't let it go. So we're going to put cold water in there. Always best to add the recommended amount of water that they say. And if you need to, you can always add more water later on. But once you put too much water in there, it's not over. What you can do if you put too much water in there is add more flour mix, but always follow, in my opinion, always follow the instructions first. Okay, and then we got our one egg that we're gonna put in there. And y'all, have you guys heard about what's going on with the eggs right now? They're really expensive. Okay. And Angela said that catering wrap is very smart. And I'm sorry, Hog. I didn't see my chat was stuck. We are making, we're prepping out for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to do a breakfast bar and mimosa mukbang. So we're just prepping out. We got our fruit out earlier. We have grapes, strawberries, and blueberries that we prepped out. We are making waffle skewers. So I already cut up the turkey and the cheese. And now we're going to make some waffles. Oh my goodness. William says 60 eggs in Minnesota cost $22. And I reported on this subject, but I'm going to drop another video about it. I did a live stream talking about the eggs. So what's going on is that there is bird flu. And it has really taken out a lot of birds. Like they've had to put down a lot of birds due to the bird flu. And so that's why you're seeing that price increase at the grocery store. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, Foodie Gang. It's going to get worse before it gets better. Meaning that get you some eggs and stock up, okay? Because it's not looking too good for us out here with these eggs. See. And Hawk said the price is up everywhere. Yes. And so, I know Costco, and I'm in Alaska, so our prices are probably higher than yours right off the bat. But Costco has 5 dozen eggs for $16, and my sister was like, they never go up, no matter what. Y'all, she went back to Costco, and it was $20 today. $20. I said, girl, give me some eggs before they go up. And y'all know, we've been doing a little bit of baking here on 907 Good Eats. We might have to stop baking when the egg gets too crazy. Because one thing I'll say about eggs are very critical in baking. And that's why you're kind of going to see a lot. It's just going to get bad out here before it gets worse. Worse before it gets better. So, this is our mix right here. Okay, one of the things I like to do when I get my waffle maker out, I like to put a pan underneath it so that it doesn't, if anything drips or, you know what I'm saying, the pan will catch it. And I meant to do this before we got here, Foodie Gang, but I'm getting it out now. Let me see. So we're going to make waffles, and then what I'm going to do is cut them up. And then in the morning, I'm going to place these waffles into the air fryer, get them all hot and toasty. So, we're going to be good. We're going to be good. Okay. So, we got the waffle maker plugged in. Definitely going to need one of these. Okay, so we're going to have a little bit of everything tomorrow. We got some breakfast burritos, breakfast sandwiches. We got the waffle skewers. We got the mimosa bar. So we got a little bit of everything. And it may say he ate some dog in China. I don't know if you serious or if you trolling, but we're going to let you rock out. And he said it was good, or they said it was good. Okay. Okay. Ooh, Angela said 20 eggs, $20 here at Costco. Okay, MH said he's serious. He had some dog, and it was delicious. He said we need to try some. Okay. So I have made banana bread before. I have this recipe here for banana bread. When I bake, Foodie Gang, I be a little bit nervous, but I think we're gonna try it And we're gonna see what it's hitting for. So you want to spray your waffle iron. Let's see if I put too much in there or what. Let's see, let's see. And Angela said, hey everyone, if you have already, please smash that like button. It's a free way to support the channel and helps the channel stay in the algorithm. Thank you everyone. Yes, Angela is absolutely correct. The likes do keep you in the algorithm because YouTube can see that people are liking your content. And you can just subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Content creators work really hard, and it looks really easy when you're not doing it, but when you are doing it, that's when it's a game changer. So Angela is absolutely correct. And, you know, we all gotta support each other. Sorry about the noise, y'all. Sorry about the noise. Okay. We got our skewers, our waffle skewers. This is my idea, y'all. We're gonna try it. We're gonna see. We got our mimosa bar. It's pretty much ready to go. We got our juices. And we have our waffles going on right now. See, it says that it's done. Let's see what it's looking like. Okay. Well, what? I'll accept that one. And then we are gonna make a bunch of waffles, cut them up, and then tomorrow we're gonna finish them off in the air fryer. So I think I might go lighter with the color. And on the top of this waffle maker, you can adjust the color. So I'm gonna go a little bit lighter. Okay, so I have a food group on Facebook, and there's this woman who makes like these stuffed waffles. I'm gonna make this one day for us. So I don't know what type of waffle dough she has, but it's like, it's not like this. She said this one's very liquidy. Her waffle dough was like stiffer. It's like real bread. But she puts waffle dough in the bottom. She put cheese, turkey, maybe bacon, and then an egg. And then waffle dough on the top. And then she will close the waffle maker. And when it comes out, it looks so delicious. I really want to make one. I really want to make one. And hey, Angel with Wings, how are you doing? How are you doing? Good morning. And Sean said, what kind of waffle maker would you recommend? This one is an oyster. When I was in the kitchen, I cannot remember the brand. But I have another waffle maker in here. It's a mini waffle maker. Let me show it to you guys. And it's perfect for Valentine's Day. My daughter has a YouTube channel, and we just used this the other day. So this one is Dash. So it's like a heart-shaped waffle maker. Okay. I've never had a bad waffle maker. I think that any brand of waffle maker will work. It really depends on how you make your waffles and if you have a good mix. So I use this one. It's my regular size one, and then this is the mini heart one. And when I was working in the restaurant, we used a different type of waffle maker. And I will say, the waffle maker, I've never had a bad waffle maker. but I have had bad mixes before. So. And Angela Hurd said, is this your preferred brand of waffle mix or do you use various brands? Good question. I like this waffle mix, the Crusties. I like this waffle mix. I also really like Bisquick because there's a lot that you can make with Bisquick. So those are my two brands. One, I don't know what Walmart did, but I used to purchase the Great Value waffle mix, but as of recently, in my opinion, it doesn't taste right. I don't know what they did. I don't know what's going on over there at Walmart. But yes, Krusty or Bisquick would be the ones I would recommend. The reason why I really like Bisquick is because there's like, it's very versatile. You can do a lot with it. And Angel Wing said, I need a waffle maker. You know what? One of the things I made with this was chicken and waffles. And that video is on my channel. Oh, I love this waffle maker. And that's why we are going to make waffle skewers. Come back tomorrow so that you can see the finished product. The video is already set up for my time. So the video is already set up. I'm going on at 9:30 a.m. my time. I don't know what time that's going to be converted to your time zone. But you guys are going to... This is just like the prep episode where we're getting everything ready. But tomorrow we're doing a mukbang. We're going to have a whole lot of food. Ooh, Angel, that sounds good. She said chocolate and strawberry. You know what? I am always open for waffle recommendations so that I can have another excuse to make that. But chocolate and strawberries is a combination I have not done. And Angela says, Chef, do you have a store on Amazon? I do not have a store yet. But I know that Angela and Rooted in Essential Oils were telling me that I should get an Amazon storefront. I am definitely going to have to look into that so that when you guys see me using certain products, you can go and purchase the same products. Because it does matter. You know, for certain things, like, it does matter. So I'm going to work on that, y'all. And Angel said Angel said it's yum. I've had it on pancakes. But see, this is why I appreciate Angela, also the sponsor of the show. If you guys want to support the show, send a super chat also. But Angela's always helping me like think ahead. You know, because like look, I was a chef first and then I became a YouTuber. So a lot of the things, it's like I'm just cooking, but it's like no, we gotta get you right, chef. We gotta get the Amazon storefront. I'm gonna get one though, and I have merch available, and the link is in the video description, and also Nightbot will drop it in the chat. But I am working on having my merch be attached to my YouTube channel. But we're working on, but tonight we're gonna cook. I think I have enough to make one more waffle. And here are our waffles. We're going to let them cool down. We're going to cut them up. And we're going to be making some waffle skewers. This might be a mini waffle right here. Let's see. Okay. I want you guys to tell me what y'all want to work on next. I have this recipe for banana bread, and I have this recipe for a cinnamon cheesecake dip. Which one do you guys want to do? The banana bread or the dip? The cinnamon cheesecake dip. Which one do y'all want to do first? I think I said it wrong. Cinnamon roll, cheesecake dip, or banana bread. Which one do y'all want to work on next? Angela said the dip. And Dove said, what about banana pudding? You know what, Dove? Hey, and welcome back. My sister always makes banana pudding. But one day I am going to make it for you guys. And we're going to do a whole episode about it. We're going to do a whole episode. Angela said the dip. Okay, y'all. Okay, so I got this recipe offline. And I want to try it with y'all. We're going to see how it goes. But this sounds really good. It's a cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. And I'm going to let this one go for a little bit. We're making waffles. We're going to do some waffle skewers. So I'm going to cut these up when these cool down. We're going to cut them up. I have a Gouda and then turkey that I already cut up with you guys. Let's get this. Oh. Look. Dove came up in here talking about people. Everybody can't be Chef Big Bang, you know. Many have tried, but everybody ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? This is Chef Big Bang. This is 907 Goodies, okay? We know what we doing out here. And we clean up. So I'm gonna take this waffle maker and put it on the table and let it cool down. Okay, we're trying this new recipe that I just got. It is a cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. Shout out to Angela. So let me get my things switched around here. Let me get my bowl out. And we're going to let these cool down. I'm going to get my glass bowl out so that you guys can see everything. So we got our cream cheese here. Cream cheese, powdered sugar, cinnamon, butter, and sugar. Needed, or powdered sugar and granulated sugar. Just to break it down to y'all. And yes, Hawk, we need to get the lights up. You're right about that. You're right about that. So we got some sugar right here. Okay, let me get these waffles out the way. So, this cream cheese is warm. If you're making a dip and you're using cream cheese, you want your cream cheese to be warm so that you're able to mix it. And you guys, this is the first time that I'm making this recipe, but it sounds delicious. We're making a cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. And so I have 2 packages of cream cheese, but I think I'm only going to need 1. Okay, so we're going to put the cream cheese in here. And yes, Hawk, the like button is free. I don't know what is the problem with hitting the like button. I don't get it. I don't know. Okay, so we're doing a breakfast bar and mimosa mukbang. But tonight we're just prepping everything out so that when we do go to cook tomorrow, everything will be super simple. Hey, lady, what you got going on? What you doing up, lady? She said, we missing just a few. Hey, sis, seeing you on the big screen. I'm tired. Long day, love. Keep having fun. Looks good. And I can take a mimosa with you. Laugh aloud. Chat fam mods. Y'all, shout out to Lady for coming through. Thank you so much. And, you know, we are so busy in our day to day lives, but sometimes it's necessary to just rest up. You know, it's just like we'll be so busy and we'll be worried about all this stuff. But at the end of the day, if we don't take that time to rest and to take care of ourselves, none of it is going to matter. So rest up, lady. No worries. So we got our cream cheese right there. We're making a cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. And let me get my hand mixer out. A hand mixer for this is preferred just because when you're making a dip, you want to get it pretty soft. So if you have a hand mixer or a stand mixer, and if you don't have a hand mixer, I recommend investing in one. And see, this is why Angela is right. I need the storefront. So when I say get you a hand mixer, y'all can just go right to the Amazon storefront and get the mixer I'm talking about. But that's in the future, y'all. That's in the future. And I have my knives here, and I'm just going to move them. So be very, very careful here. Don't want any accidents when you are in the kitchen. But if you do have an accident, stay calm. It's, a lot of times, it's when we start, like, freaking out. When things start going real, real bad. So we're going to just take this. Can y'all see everything? So we're going to just take this cream cheese and just put it in our bowl. And this is warm. If you go to mix cold cream cheese, it's not going to work. You're not going to be able to mix anything into it because it's going to be like a solid. So you want to let this warm up out of the fridge for, I think I've had this one out for a while. And this is the same technique you would use if you're like making a dip or anything and they tell you to put cream cheese in there. The cream cheese has to be warm for it to mix with anything. And y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. And Tay, you know what? Tay, I probably got these earrings from Walmart. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Y'all know I'll be cheap. Be cheap out here. But it's crazy. Like when I was younger, my mom used to get us real earrings, and I would always lose them. I would always lose my earrings, and I'd be so sad about it, and I would feel so terrible because I know she spent a lot of money on my earrings. You know what I'm saying? But when I be getting the fake ones, I don't lose them. It's very weird. I'm just looking for a measuring cup for the powdered sugar. Okay, so we're going to put cream cheese, powdered sugar in here, and a little bit of our cinnamon. And then we are just going to whip it until it's soft, well combined. And we got our powdered sugar is going in there. One thing I'll say about powdered sugar is it is very messy. And it makes me so mad. And Lady said, why are people bored with so much time on their hands? She's doing something good. And yeah, whatever mods protect our... Oh, yes. Lady said, y'all better act up. Y'all better act right or you getting that chopping block. And it's crazy because, Lady, I literally be in here cooking. And people still be mad. I'm like, you going to be mad no matter what. And, yes, Lady, she said, please be respectful. But if you guys cannot be respectful, that's understandable. All that's going to happen is that we're going to take you out of here, put you on the chopping block, send you out of the kitchen, and we're going to continue cooking. Nobody will stop me. So, I got some cinnamon here. Yeah, this is cinnamon. When I be cooking and I don't use stuff, I be like saving everything. But this is some cinnamon right here. I kind of want to mix this a little bit by hand before I put the mixer in here. I don't want it to make a mess. Okay, so we got our powdered sugar in here, cinnamon, and cream cheese. And I'm just going to mix this by hand for a little bit, just so that, wow. We're making cinnamon roll cheesecake dip, and I've never made this before, but let's give it a try. It looks really, really good. So, we're going to see what it's hitting for. Yes, y'all. You know what, Foodie Gang? Just live your lives and be who you want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to have everyone like you and fit in. Because you know what? People are never going to be happy. So you might as well just be you, love yourself, and say, I am who I am, and get on about your day. And don't be out here arguing with these people. And we're doing a mukbang tomorrow. So I am making a little bit of everything, but I saw this recipe and we're going to try it. It's a cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. So we're finna give it a try. It smells delicious. Don't do what I just did. Look at that. It looks beautiful, right? So we're gonna get this. Let me readjust some things real quick. Okay, so we're making a cinnamon roll cheesecake dip, and we have cream cheese, cinnamon, and powdered sugar in the bowl right here. And what it wants us to do is melt some butter, cinnamon, and sugar, and then pour it in here and kind of swirl it around. And it said it'll look like a cinnamon roll. So... but I can tell you right now, this smells really, really good. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Cinnabon. This reminds me of Cinnabon. I wonder if they use this recipe at all. Y'all, did we just figure out the recipe for Cinnabon? Because it smells just like it. And, Uni said, waffle with cream cheese. Oh, now you have my undivided attention. Yeah, we're going to try this out. Okay, so tomorrow we are doing a breakfast mukbang. And we have a lot of different breakfast dishes that we're going to be trying. A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. So I'm going to put some butter in here, melt the butter in the microwave. We're going to mix some sugar and some cinnamon in with that. And then we're going to pour it in here. And we're going to see what it's hitting for. We're going to see. This is my first time making this. So we're going to see. I gotta make sure I set my alarms so that I don't oversleep. Y'all hit the like button and let me know if you like cinnamon rolls. And Hawk said it's 4:30 a.m. here already. What time is it there? I got 12:32. So I'm up late, up in the kitchen, prepping. Okay. So we have a little bit of our butter right here. I think I might melt this a little bit more. We get this all the way melted. And I think we're actually done with this mixer. Foodie. Foodie gang gang gang. Foodie gang gang gang. Y'all, the late night crew tapped in. Shout out to the late night crew, people still up. Okay. So, got our recipe here. Okay, so we got our butter here. We got our butter here. Put a little bit of sugar in there. And then we got some cinnamon here. Y'all see that? It's like a... Oh my goodness, you guys. This is giving me Cinnabon vibes. We're making cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. This is the first time that I've tried this recipe. But so far, it looks delicious. I'm going to scrape these down and try to get as much off as I can. And then I think I'm going to move this dip to a bowl or a little small container. And then pour in the butter mix. I got a little bit on my hand, but that's not even a bad thing. Ooh! That was good. Oh my goodness. I will definitely have to make this again. And I almost want to make this and then put this in between a cake, in between the layers of the cake. I think that would be pretty good. Trying to see, I don't want that container to be too big. Okay, so when I was reading it said you can get like graham crackers and dip them in here. You could probably get cookies. It's gonna be good right here. Let's see. I should put it in this. Let me put it in this one. Okay. I'm gonna pour it in here. While it's in the bowl, we're gonna stir it. We're gonna see. Okay. This is what they said to do. And I assume that you want to leave this at room temp, because if you were to put it in the fridge, it would solidify. It would solidify. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And remember, when you come to the chat, stay on topic, or we're going to put you on the chopping block. We're going to get you up out of here. We're going to move on with our day. I kind of want to try this. Let me just try this real quick, see what it's in for. Y'all see that? Let's try this. This is so good. This tastes like a cinnamon roll without the bread. I am definitely going to share this recipe with you guys. This is delicious. And I thought it would taste like too cinnamony. It really doesn't. I'm not going to need all this butter, but let me just get a little bit of that. Oh, this is really good. Wow, this is really good. And yes, cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. So this is a new recipe that I saw and I was like, we have got to try this. So we made it, Foodie Gang, and it is delicious. I could definitely see this in between a cake. Like this would be good for like the middle layer. Yes, this cinnamon roll cheesecake dip is delicious. And Uni said, I'm hungry now. That stuff smells lovely with a cinnamon. And shout out to Lady. She said, sis, let the mods work. You already doing a lot hosting, cooking, and reading and talking. And you know what? It is very hard to cook and talk. I tell y'all that all the time, but I don't think y'all realize it's very hard. I mean, go home and try to cook and talk, and you see if it work out for you. Okay, so we got our waffles here. We're just gonna cut these up and put these into a container. I'm looking around for my knives. Okay, so I always move my kitchen around for, you know, how I'm gonna film and stuff. So I'm always moving things around, and so that's why y'all see me walking back and forth. See me walking back and forth. But shout out to the moderators. I know that I go live at various times, so I really appreciate it that you guys do come through to help me during my live streams. Like, I really, really appreciate it. And you know, I'm just saying, like, shout out to the moderators because the job that you guys do is very, very important. Very important. So, these are going to be our waffle skewers. We have our waffles here. We're going to cook them in the air fryer in the morning. I have some turkey and some cheese. And I might put a little bit of this dip on here, but we'll see. We'll see. So, and then I'm going to put a little skewer in there. They're going to be so cute. But for tonight, we are just prepping. When I do big meals like this, it helps me out if I have things prepped out. And so in the morning, I'll just be working on setting up everything. And I'll be working on cooking. But that's the plan, y'all. If I'm late, bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. Let me get a lid for that. And then this is our cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. I will definitely be giving you guys a recipe. This is so delicious. And Angela said, eating finger foods and skewers make you feel like you are not blowing your diet or overdoing it. Yes, and shout out to Angela. She's actually the one that told me I need to do more appetizers and like little small bites of food. And I have absolutely been enjoying doing appetizers. And that's why you guys have seen like more of the skewers, more appetizers. Because I think it's so much fun and it's such a great idea. Like just small bites of food, because when you do appetizers, you're able to like try a little bit of everything before you get too full or too invested. And Hawk said it right, like small portions is less calories. Hey, how you doing, Poolie? And Ali or AI said, what time is it in Alaska? We are coming up on 1 o'clock. 2 hours. And it don't even feel like it. 2 hours, y'all, we've been up here. It don't even feel like it. Okay, I'm just gonna go over the prep that we did. We did the waffles for the skewers. We have our cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. And then we have a bunch of like different fruits in the fridge. And then also for our skewers, we have Cajun turkey, Gouda, and then medium cheddar cheese. We are gonna build these skewers tomorrow in the morning. I just kind of want to prep everything out that I can. Hey Joy, how are you doing? And I know I am not having a Super Bowl party, but on Sunday I am doing a fish sandwich mukbang with my sisters and my family. And thank you so much, Days, for coming through for the first time. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel. And we, subscribe to the channel. And don't let this be your last time here. So, yeah, and then we prepped out some fruit. We got our waffles here. We got our cinnamon roll cheesecake dip. We got our Cajun turkey, Gouda, medium cheddar cheese. I think we're all done with the knife. Okay, I am nervous about this and I haven't done it in a while, but we are going to make banana bread. I haven't done banana bread in a while, and y'all know how I feel about baking. Your girl be nervous, but we are going to do it. So, I got my recipe right here that I got from allrecipes.com. When I use a recipe from somewhere else, I will let you guys know that it's not my recipe. When I'm using a recipe that I have written and I have created myself, I will let you guys know. Complete transparency from me. Yeah. And I'm not a baker, so I do be nervous about like baking stuff, but we got this. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. Let me just wipe down the counter. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is our oven is already preheated to 350 degrees, and we're gonna grease our loaf pan here very soon. And we're gonna combine the flour, baking soda, and salt in a large bowl. So I already have measured out the baking soda. And then the reason why we didn't do this one first, because I just took the butter out for this, so I was kind of letting the butter warm up. And with banana bread, if you have bananas that are going bad, banana bread is a great way to use up your bananas that are going bad. And then we got our flour right here. So yeah, we're gonna measure some out. We're gonna get to it. Okay, how y'all doing, chat? How y'all doing? Y'all up still? Y'all with me, chat? What's going on, chat? Okay, so we're gonna put our flour in there. Okay, I'm gonna be going live tomorrow morning and then Saturday night, and we're gonna come back for Sunday. I do not know what time I'm going to be doing the Sunday live stream yet, but turn the notification bell on once you subscribe. Okay, so we got our flour in there. I'm going to put that off to the side. Oh, okay, so my sisters are going to stop by tomorrow. They don't have time to stay for the whole live because they got to get off to work, but they are going to drop by. That's the plans. If anything changes, I'll let y'all know. But I know that y'all really like my sisters, and they're going to be back here on Sunday when we do our fish sandwich mukbang. So we're putting in the baking soda. Yes, they're going to come back on Sunday for sure, and they're going to sit with us for the whole time. Read the comments. But like I said, we've always cooked in my family. We've always had dinner. This is the only thing that's new here is that now we got a YouTube channel. We got the foodie gang. But for Sunday dinner, I started incorporating my family into it, and we just love it. So much fun. We love food. We love laughter. And all that stuff. So, let me get the salt. Y'all, I tell you, I need a bigger kitchen. I need a bigger kitchen, foodie gang. And shout out to the sponsor of the show. Keep the stove on. Send a super chat. Super sticker. Put a little bit of salt in here. This is kosher salt. Okay, so we have our dry mix in here. The next thing that we're going to do is, I'm glad I'm looking at these instructions, is we're going to beat the brown sugar and butter and pretty much cream it. It's like the same thing that we do when we're making cookies. we cream that butter. So let me get those washed off. Let me get a bowl out here. We're gonna get to it. So I'm just gonna rinse this bowl off and these beers off, and then we're gonna start creaming the butter and the sugar. Okay. Hey Cora, how are you doing? How are you doing? We are making banana bread. And we have our dry mix mixed up in here. Mixed up. We are going to work on creaming the butter and the sugar. So I just had to clean off my bowl. I have other bowls, but this bowl is glass. So you guys will be able to see the whole creaming process. So I wanted to show that to y'all. So there we go. Half a cup butter. Let's see. I don't have enough butter warm, so what I'm gonna do is warm some butter up. Okay, brown sugar. You know, one thing I like about brown sugar is like it gets like hard. You know what I'm saying? Like super, super hard. Okay, but I took out some butter, but I'm reading the instructions again in the recipe. I don't have enough butter. So I took some butter out of the fridge and I warmed up in the microwave. Just because I didn't have enough butter, like I thought I did. And the food game, that's why I don't really like bacon that much. Because it's so irritating. It's so irritating. When you're cooking, it's a little bit more simple. You know, it's like you just add some more salt if it's not right. Or you add some more seasoning if your food needs more seasoning. But when you're baking, it's a little bit different. You really got to follow the instructions. But here we go. This out of here. And I've made banana bread before, but I haven't made it in a long time. when you plug this in, you want to make sure it's completely off. And we're just going to start creaming it. Yes, thank you, Klein. Yes, we are in Alaska. And I have some pieces of sugars I don't want to. There we go. Hey Stanley, we are doing good. We're making banana bread, and I'm not a baker, but I do cook. So when I do have to bake, I do get like a little bit nervous. But we got this. We got this. Okay, so we're working on our sugar and our butter. We are gonna switch over really quick to our eggs and our bananas. When you're making banana bread, you want your bananas to be kind of like ugly looking. So if you have some bananas at home that are already going bad, you can turn them into banana bread. And banana bread is great because at this place I used to work at, we used to have bananas as like a fresh fruit option. And the bananas would always be going bad. So what they would do is they would turn our bad bananas into banana bread. It's so smart. It is definitely a way to utilize all of your money, but they would make banana bread. And so one of the things we're going to do, we're going to stir up the eggs. And then mash the bananas in here. So I have 4 bananas. I think I'm only going to use like 3 though. Because this recipe says 2.5. And so I don't want to add 4. But what you can do, what I've seen people do, is they will freeze their bananas. So let's see. And we're still working on our sugar mix. Our cream sugar. So here we go with the bananas. A napkin. I'm just going to mash them around like that. And what we are doing, Foodie Gang, is we are prepping out for our mukbang that we're going to have tomorrow. And then that dude said you got to wait till they're overripe. Do you mean like when they're completely brown? Because I've seen some people do it. Do you mean when they're completely brown on the outside? And y'all support the channel. Support the channel. Shout out to Angela for coming through. Angela Reddy for coming through. Okay, we're gonna put one more banana in there. This. What do you think about this? What do y'all think about this? Oh, okay. So Angela said the darker the banana, the higher the sugar content. Yeah, I've seen some people have like all brown potato or all brown bananas. I've seen that too. And another person was telling me that if your bananas do have brown spots on them at home, you shouldn't eat them. Or I think what he meant is like you shouldn't eat them and expect any health benefits. Because once it starts getting those brown spots, in my opinion, then that's when it becomes like very, very sugary. Okay, so we have our mashed bananas and eggs. We have our flour mixture right here. And we're going to hop back over to our butter and sugar. And we're going to keep mixing it. We want it to look kind of like thick, I believe. Okay. It's like a piece of brown sugar that's not... Okay, it finally broke up. Okay, there we go. Okay, you guys see how it, like when we first put it in here, it looked very like dark brown and very thin. But that's how you want it to look. You want it to be kind of getting thicker. You want to cream the butter and the sugar. Good on that. Let me go a little bit longer. Just to make sure. What's up, the world class? What you up? What you doing up? What you doing up? Then we're gonna put a little bit of our egg and banana mix in here. Mix that up slowly, and then we're gonna put the flour in there. And like I said, I made banana bread before, but I haven't made it in a long time. You guys will see the finished product tomorrow. And World Class said, no, what you doing up? Look, don't be coming up here trying to argue with me, World Class. But we are prepping for our breakfast and mimosa mukbang tomorrow. We did our fruit, we did our waffles, we prepped out some cheese, and we just got a little drink on. We finna get up out of here soon, but we're working on the banana bread. So, but y'all see that? It's like peanut butter now, don't it? Okay. Put a little bit of this in there. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, it's not looking good yet, but y'all gotta wait till tomorrow to see the finished product. We gonna have banana bread, and we gonna see. It's like baby food. Okay, when I first got up here, I think it was like 11 or something. It is now 1 in the morning. So we're going to come back in a few hours, and we're going to have a whole mukbang out here. Mukbang, whole bunch of breakfast foods. Okay, then we have our flour mix. We have our flour, all-purpose flour, baking soda, a little bit of salt. I think I'm just going to stir this part in because I don't want to over-mix it. Sometimes when you over-mix things, they just come out weird. So we're just going to stir this part in. It don't look that good yet, but just wait, y'all. Just wait. Okay, let me go mix this in. Okay, I wanted to get here earlier, but I got here when I got here, y'all. We finna have some mukbang tomorrow, and it's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm gonna get it done. Okay, so we're going to add in some more flour. Mix that in real good. It smells like banana bread. But we finna see what this recipe is buzzing for. You know what? The other day I made donuts and I forgot to put sugar in the dough. I was so mad. And so that's probably why you guys see me double checking, triple checking the recipe, making sure. Because I was so mad and I had to restart and I wasted 2 whole eggs. And World Class said, you work third shift right now. You know what's funny? When I worked in the kitchen, I actually worked at night. So I would start work at like 5 p.m. and I would get off at like 3 in the morning. But I'm telling you though, the craziest people in the whole wide world work night shift. It's just, but yeah, I used to work night shift, like for real, for like probably a couple of years. I kind of liked it because when I was working in the kitchen, my daughter was young at the time, and so I would be up during the day, and then when she woke up, I would be able to be there with her. But Foodie Gang, it was making me like very sleep deprived, and I just felt like a crazy person. when I used to work night shift. But there are some people who have worked night shift for like years. But night shift is not good for your health. I heard it's bad for your health because you're not eating properly. You know what I'm saying? You're just on a weird schedule. But sometimes if you have families, I do feel like working night shift is a little bit better, or it can be. And World Class said I did third shift one time in my life, and I was losing my mind. And the store got robbed on my birthday. Now, to that losing your mind portion, I felt like I was a crazy individual when I was working third shift. And it was weird. Like, I would just bust out crying. I just was very emotional. But yes, working third shift will have you losing your mind. But yeah, I would just bust out crying. I was like, I gotta get some sleep. This is not gonna work for me. I'm becoming too crazy. But here we go. So I'm gonna make sure that all that mix is mixing really well. We don't see any like flour or anything like that. We got the chunks of bananas in there. Can y'all smell the banana? It is smelling good. We got our loaf pan right here. You can use butter or you can use a spray. It's totally up to you. Totally up to you. And Sandy said, yes, I hated it. Yeah, I was becoming crazy, y'all. I would just start crying during the middle of the day. I was so emotional. And World Class said, yes, literally my body seemed like it was going crazy. Or it was somebody else's. Yes, it's like an out of body experience. Like, third shift will have you going crazy like that. You feel like, I don't know what's wrong with me. But it is the lack of sleep. The lack of sleep will have you going insane. So even though y'all see me up here late at night, y'all, but I'm not here. I'll be resting, okay? Okay, who was here when I made pound cake? Were you guys here when I made pound cake? Okay, my phone's doing weird stuff. Okay, when I made pound cake, I cut out a little parchment. I put it on the bottom of the pan. That's what I'm gonna do for this, and then I'm gonna put this into the oven, and it's gonna take about an hour to bake. And I'll show you guys the finished product tomorrow. And if it doesn't work out, I'll tell you guys that it didn't work out. And then while this is baking, I'm going to be cleaning up the kitchen. And I think that we got everything done that I wanted to get done. We prepped out our fruit. We prepped out our waffles. We prepped out our turkey. And we got some breakfast burritos, breakfast sandwiches. It's gonna be a mukbang, y'all. We're gonna have a lot of food here, and y'all gonna come in. And I'm like, are you eating all that food? No, I'm not. But doesn't it look amazing? And we're also gonna have mimosas. And then, I believe my sisters are gonna stop by. Not for a long time, but for a little time. They're gonna stop by as well. So, okay, then we got our little pan there with the little parchment. We grease it. We're gonna put this in there. Here we go. And they have banana nut bread. And if you want to, you can make that. I think you just add walnuts in. And we're going to bake this at 350 degrees for an hour. And while this is baking, I'm going to be cleaning up the kitchen. I'm going to get the table set up for us. And then in the morning, when I wake up, I will just be cooking the food and getting the table set up. And it's going to be a beautiful setup. I don't know if you were here last weekend for our mukbang, but it was amazing. The breakfast one that we did, we had a lot of fun. We're doing it again on a Friday, not a Saturday. Normally we do this on Saturday, but my daughter has a gymnastics competition this Saturday, so that's where I'm going to be at on Saturday. Cheering her on. Okay, I know that looked nasty, but those were the banana skins. So, all right, foodie gang. We've been up here for 2.5 hours. Can y'all believe it's um it's our banana bread. We're gonna bake that. I'm gonna let y'all know how it comes out in the morning. And yeah. Yeah, foodie gang. Okay. Shout out to our sponsor of the show, Angela. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. And come back tomorrow for to see how everything is gonna turn out. And World Class came up with the question. He says, so what actually makes it bread? Letting it sit, because couldn't you use this exact recipe for pancakes? I'm not a baker. I bake nothing other than goofies on YouTube. Yeah, so World Class, we let them have it out here. Okay, so pancakes are lighter and fluffier. I don't know if you ever had banana bread, but it's very heavy. So I think the texture of banana bread is the texture of it is what classifies it as bread, because it's very thick and heavy. Whereas pancakes are light and fluffy. So when you are baking is very complicated, but they have different ingredients that do different things. So for pancakes, you may not put baking soda, it might be baking powder. It's just little like things like that that change. I do not quite remember the difference between baking powder and baking soda, but we just went over it, and y'all, we learned how to bake together. But this same recipe would not be pancakes, because pancakes are light and fluffy. Whereas when this bakes, it's going to be dense and heavy. And so that's the difference between the different recipes and the names. It's the texture of it. But pancakes, banana pancakes probably would be a very similar recipe, but the ratios may change. And this is why y'all need to consult with a baker. But I can just tell y'all the little bit that I know, because I know a little something about baking. Not a ton though. But and Two Bar, how are you doing in the World Class? Said, oh, okay, I know World Class. It's a lot with this baking thing. That's why I'm not comfortable yet with baking, but I'm very comfortable with cooking. And I can tell you guys exactly why something is doing what it's doing when I'm cooking. But baking is a little bit, There's a reason why there are pastry chefs and why there are regular chefs. Because the world of pastries is very different, very complicated. But I'll see y'all in the morning. I'll see you guys in the morning and come back so you guys can see how the mukbang turns out. We're going to have a lot of great food. And the world class said, I don't understand baking at all. I can make cookies. That's it. Yeah. That's me too, world class. But I've been trying new things in the kitchen. And I took a baking class once and I made all this like cheesecakes and pastries. But can I say I feel comfortable? No, I don't. And when you go to cooking on live, it's a whole nother beast because y'all get to see everything. And some of y'all out here will take the clips and rewind them and zoom in. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. But thank you guys to everyone that came in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Connect with me on my social media, especially TikTok, Facebook. I also have a Facebook food group, Foodie Gang fan page, and I do make children's content. My daughter has a YouTube channel at Ava's Playtime. I will see you guys on the next one. And shout out to Angela Reddick for being the sponsor of this show. Thank you so much to all the moderators that came through and was holding it down, putting these trolls on the chopping block where they belong, on the outside of the kitchen. Because they not cool enough to come hang out with us in the kitchen and they don't got no respect. I just want to say this. When y'all go into a restaurant, do y'all go into the kitchen and disrespect the chef? No, you don't. So we're going to use that same thing there as here. You don't come into the kitchen and disrespect the chef and get to say. You're going to get put on the chopping block. But thank you guys for the people that did listen. And shout out to the 34 people for hitting the like button. I'll see y'all on the next one. And I am your host. And this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank. I'll see y'all on the next one.